So here they are, my newest pair of running shoes. They are the New Balance Fresh Foam X More V4. Currently on discount if you're quick from New Balance, from I think it was 140 quid down to 85.99 I think I paid for these. So a bit of a bargain. They've got some good reviews. As you can tell, I've very briefly just worn them outside to the car. But yeah, in terms of people who know everything about shoes, I'll just give you the rundown as according to Sport Shoes. Where's it gone? So weight of 309 grams, a drop of 4 millimeters, water resistant sole apparently. They look like they've got quite a bit of grip and whatnot, and obviously as we can tell I've done the lacing so that I don't get any slippage on the back, as I have half sized up. I normally wear a 12 UK. I've bought these in a 12.5. Just wearing them out to the car yesterday. They seem like they fit quite well. Weren't too narrow either on the toe box, which is always good, as my my On Cloud Stradivarius 2s are very narrow in that department, so it's actually a bit uncomfortable wearing sort of just thick sort of white socks like this. I have to wear running socks, if not, yeah, they're just not very comfortable at all. But another big reason why I bought them is they're also flat bottomed. Now I'm going backpacking in Asia in September, and I bought these On Clouds originally because I thought they'd be perfect traveling, just because they do look like a bit of like a normal shoe anyway. Obviously I didn't even really think about it, but they have not only these grooves, but there's also obviously like this sort of gap in the middle. And to be honest with you, just in terms of obviously going out and, you know, hiking mountains, going on the beaches, whatever it may be, obviously having those grooves and whatnot is just going to be, you're going to get stuff in them, going to get stuff stuck in them all the time, which I have done already, even in just the UK. Again, because they are a little bit uncomfortable with thicker socks on, not overly ideal. And as you can see in here, dirt gets in there so quick, and they just look, well, they don't look that mucky, but you know, when you're sort of away for 4 or 5 months, I don't really want to sit there thinking about cleaning my shoes. Whereas these, obviously the flat bottom, obviously this bit's white, which probably will get quite mucky, but wet wipe on that and they'll be good to go. Obviously black as well, so hopefully going to be a lot more ideal for me. And again, means I can do my running, do my walking, going to be in comfort. And again, they're just so light that you can probably just hang them off my backpack and it, you know, won't even notice it. But I must admit, normally if I do move anywhere, because I did go last year, I did end up just actually wearing my trainers and then just attaching my sliders just to the back of my pack. Even when I sort of went out in the evenings, out for food and stuff, I would normally wear my trainers anyway. Just, yeah, don't really like walking around with toes out all the time in perhaps places that aren't always the cleanest. But we're going to give them a go today. Going to be doing a long run, probably about 20 kilometers, give or take, depending as well on the weather, because it's meant to rain. But yeah, when we get back, we'll do a review. We'll sort of see how we get on with them, and then we'll also insert some little clips in here, just on the run, how they look sort of on feet while running. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with them so far, but I guess this run will decide if they're actually quite good or not. Okay then, so let's go test these out. Here we are then. So we're 10k in on our long run, and yeah, these shoes are they're all right, to be fair. Super cushioned so far, like just really responsive. Like you're stepping down, you lot sort of spring straight back up. So really good on that thing. Obviously, with the lace, we've tightened them up, so we've not having any slippage at all as of yet, which is quite good. Feel really secure on the feet. What I will say though is, with them, you've either got to go very slow, like your really long runs, really slow pace, or you got to be looking to do like super fast, like tempo sessions, or like just 5Ks. I've just found in that sort of middle ground, which for me is about a 4:30 to a 5:30 minute kilometre pace, they're not as good as my other two pairs of shoes. But yeah, for long runs I think they're going to be sort of the go-to, judging by this 10k. But we've got about another 10k to go anyway, so we'll see if I change my mind. My only downfall with them is because I'm size 12 UK, they are just big naturally, and as you can see on this back bit, it is quite thick and it goes out a little bit wider. Now what I found I've been doing when I've been running is I've been kicking my ankles when I'm running. Now it's probably not the shoe's fault, it is just, you know, the way that I run. But yeah, when you do accidentally boot yourself in the ankle, it's quite painful. So whether it's just a case where they just need to be worn and sort of softened up a little bit, and then they'll be okay. But obviously that's not nothing to do with the width, so I don't know about that one. But again, when you go a lot slower in terms of pace, you just don't sort of clip your ankles. So there's ways to get around it, but yeah, cushion wise really good. And for £85 so far, seems like a bit of a bargain. And so there we have it. My first proper run in the New Balance V4 foam, fresh foams. It was 18.22k in the end, average pace of 4 minutes 53 a kilometre. So yeah, obviously we sort of checked back in when we was at the 10k mark, so finished up at an extra 8k. And so yeah, not much changed in all honesty. Really good shoe, really responsive, really comfortable on feet. It was the case where it did keep sort of clicking on the back of my ankle, but again, that could have been the thickness of the chunkiness, I should say, the back of the shoe. Obviously, I think it's probably just the way that I run. I'm feeling a bit tired as well today. Did have an early start, and I was at work this morning, which I don't obviously usually normally work on a Friday, so slightly tired legs, probably a little bit lethargic, so that probably played a part in it as well. But yeah, for £85, for sort of sale at the minute on the New Balance website, you can't really go wrong. As well, like I said, because I'm size 12 and half size up, they are just big. So if you're a smaller size shoe, the sort of chunkiness on the back, you're probably not going to be sort of clipping your ankles or anything. And yeah, I think they're going to be really good, especially like for new runners as well. Probably a lot of runners who are a little bit heavier, they're going to be really good. Just sort of take some of that pressure off, sort of pounding on the tarmac. If I had to rate them out of 10, probably like an 8.4, an 8.5. Can't really go too wrong. Obviously 10's like, well, it's gonna have to be, it's probably gonna be some sort of carbon shoe or something. But yeah, for what those are, really good. Definitely gonna be, I think, though, my long run shoe. I love them for my long run shoe. I've got my On Clouds just for sort of my intervals and probably my races, as long as it's not a half marathon or marathon. And then yeah, half marathons and anything that's probably like tempo, it'll either be the Hokas or it will be these New Balances. But I will also, as always, put my Strava run in here, so I'll do that in there now. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you do fancy them, I hope this sort of review and whatnot has helped, and maybe it's made you sway in the right decision. If not, again, my other 2 pairs of shoes that I've got, can't really fault them at all. They're all really on par. It just sort of depends on, you know, if you're only training for just like 5Ks, if you're doing like longer stuff. Yeah, all 3 of them. So Hoka Rahi 6s, On Cloud Stradivarius 2s, and these New Balances Fresh Rain V4. All sort of, yeah, really good shoes.